Hey, it's Jones Loflin, helping you make the best choices with your time so you can thrive. There's interesting moments in my coaching sessions when I'll hear a client talking about all they're trying to get done and how well they want to get things completed. And so I'll stop them and I'll say, let me ask you something. Would you say you are a perfectionist? There's normally a short pause and they go, yeah, and it's frustrating. Trying to get things done to a level of excellence is admirable. Trying to get things done perfectly when our time and resources are so limited is dangerous. It's costly in so many ways. If you're one of those people who struggles with perfectionism, I've got some steps I'd like for you to take to get to a better place. And yes, they're imperfect. The first step I have for you is to identify your triggers. What's triggering you to want to be perfect at this particular task or project? Is it a bad experience from the past? Is it an unreasonable expectation of someone else? Is it pressure you're putting on yourself to perform in a way that maybe right now you're just not capable of performing? Whatever it is, ask yourself, is it valid and is it helpful? A second step I encourage you to take is to remind yourself of the cost of that perfectionism. What's it costing you? Quality of relationships with other people, time that you could be using on things that are more important. Remind yourself of what it's costing you to try to be perfect with that or everything. A third suggestion I have for you is to establish good enough criteria before you start a project. What does good enough look like? Make it as specific as possible what good enough looks like, and you'll find that when you get to that point with the project, you're more likely to say, okay, now I can send it on. A final step I encourage you to take if you're a perfectionist is to focus on the process and not the outcome. So often as a perfectionist, there's this big goal and big dream of what you want the outcome to look like. And it can be overwhelming. It can cause you to procrastinate about working on that particular project. Instead, focus on the process. What do you like about working on this? What brings you joy? How does it serve others when you are doing this? And start focusing on that instead of this unrealistic outcome that you've been focusing on. This is Jones Loflin. I hope it's a fantastic week for you where you take some steps to address your perfectionism. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today in the Jones Zone.